Hello, plastic model builders. It is I, your host, Harry Stone, a plastic model builder. Welcome back. This is the Revell Spitfire MkII. This is part 3. As you can see, I am painting my exhausts. Yes, that's right. We're going to put those on the plane. This plane is almost done. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Remember, I've got a new group on Facebook. It's Plastic Model Builder. It's my group. You can post whatever you want there. Good stuff. Remember, we also have a live chat for every video that I post when it comes out on the premiere, so watch that. So you see here, doing a little bit of weathering at the same time on these things. I've gotten into weathering, I know. You don't have to weather yours. You can do it however you like, paint it how the instructions. Just make your model your model. Make it look pretty with some model making madness. We've got our landing gear, and these are our wheels. I'm just putting a little bit of grime and dirt inside of them. Weathering. That's what we do now. We do some weathering because everybody else does weathering, so you have to fit in with the group, right? Not really. Just what I'm doing now. Want to enhance my skills, just do different things. So those are the landing gears. Just putting various little weathering touch-ups on all this stuff. Cut out my exhausts. We are going to put those onto the plane. This is the wheels. And of course the landing gear right there, the struts. This is our nose cone, and that's for the prop right there. This is the other wheel landing gear, whatever you want to call that thing. I don't know, cover for when the wheels fold up. So you attach your prop right here, put that on. You see how those little things fit right in there. Put on this little guy. Simple. Goes on just like that. Pop it on, takes a little bit of pressure. I know. Propeller spins, put this on, glue it down. You can weather the front of it if you like. I got my little glue in there. Just get around all the sides, make sure it stays down. And here are the exhausts. Put those in. I saved those for last. Made it easy for painting. We didn't have to mask anything off. You see how easy they go in there in that wonderful camo paint job that I did that you saw in the last video. If you didn't see it, go watch it. All right, so just ignore the toothpick. I just was trying something new. My paint, it started to get like kind of goopy and hard. I think that's because I mixed it with enamel, and don't do that because if it sits too long, this is what happens to it. All right, so there's the inside of a wheel well, doing a little extra weathering. This is a wheel. We are going to put on the landing gear strut just like that. Let that dry for a little bit. Here is the other one. Both of them, you can see them. Just like that. Easy stuff. I spun it, then put this on as well. Make sure the right side goes on the proper part. Put that on. I put mine on backwards accidentally when I put these onto the plane. Things happen. Just do it the right way. That's all I can say. Put that on there. Yes, my little Navy, Army, Air Force shot glass. Using that to do my dip that you see. I also have a video on how to dip stuff in the clear future. It's called Revive It Now. It's from Pledge. Makes the canopies look really nice. That's a piece of paper there because it doesn't have a lot of grain to it, so it just absorbs stuff. All right, so I attached the wheels backwards, so don't follow this. Learn from it. That way you know not to do it. They're supposed to be canted forward. Mine are canted kind of backwards. Oopsies. A little bit of weathering right there. Got some silver going on. Where the pilot, I would assume, enter the cockpit, I just have it going on that side. It's a little bit of chrome, just light weathering in places to represent wear. Don't know if I'm putting it in all the right spots, but it's my model. You can do it however you want to. And I can do my model however I want to. More wear steps right there. A little bit of, just, wherever you want. Put it. I'm just showing you where I did it, how I did my model. Got that right there. It's a wing. Now we are spraying a gloss coat onto this. Why? So we can apply our decals. When I did my decals, by the way, I cut off a lot of the clear edges. That way it could, you didn't have to have any silvering, and I just wanted to try something different. I really like how it looked too. It's a nice effect if you take the time to do that, and it looks almost like things were kind of painted on rather than an actual decal. You see right there. Remember, if you cut it out, you just go lightly around the edges and then peel away whatever stuff you have on there and discard it. It's just little clear stuff. This thing has 3 of those decals. It doesn't go on the other side. That's why you only see 3. Then we got one right there. You see it goes on the tail. That tail came out a little funny. I wasn't worried about it. You know me. It's just a model. Get this little decals right here. Put the other one on that side. Did a good job on this. I love how this model turned out. This is a really fun model. It's inexpensive. Does have some gappage. You see that in my other videos. Just learn to work with it. These were a little hard to put on if you cut out the middles of it and stuff, you know, like I did. But if you work with it and have some patience, you can make it look good. You got that little symbol there on the back. This little flag. Put that on. I didn't paint the insides. I had one of these decals mess up on the other side. So, oh well. That's what happens. I got anxious and I put my finger in it and then it just kind of vanished. And there we go. You see another one of those. You could, if you want to make it look a little bit better, paint those, because the decals, they look nice. However, you do see the kind of different color differences in there with the, I guess, dots per inch, you could say, and how the decals were printed. It's whatever you want to do. But, you know, I mean, this model turned out great. Yeah, if you can just put that decal there, just like that, that'd be great. There it is. The other K goes a little bit lower down. You see it right there. I like it. Make it look pretty. Almost done most of the decals. Not a lot left. You got the name right there. Put another one on the other side. Got our little symbol thingy. I don't know which. It's just a little man. And then the burrow. I don't know what that is. The burrow of Lamb Betty. Okay, whatever. Somebody will explain that to me. Put a little bit of a Resolve Micro Set, Micro Sol, what I use. That way it gets these in there nice and good and it conforms to everything. Got these 3 little decals going down right here. Put those on. There you go. These are kind of hard. So you get those going in. I just went over the Royal Air Force symbol. The little circle dot there. That's how I did it. I don't know how it's supposed to go. I didn't bother researching it. I wasn't too worried about it. It's hard to see anyway. It's a dark color. These guys, they were not easy. They're so small. I have no idea where they went. I kind of just guessed at it. Put them on there. They're barely on, but then once you get a little bit of a liquid behind them, they'll start conforming to it, and then it'll melt to it if you use your decal setting solutions and things like that. 4 more, just about done. And then we can do a little bit more extra weathering to the model. Why? Because that's what I do now, do some weathering. So there it is. That's what it looks like. We are going to seal this with some sealer, of course. Look how pretty that looks. I like it. We got this. I'm going to cut this off for future use. Use my little thingy there. Best way to do it, because it's a really thick part and then you can just touch it up later. It's better than using sprue cutters, because that cuts through the plastic. This just removes. Remember that. Fun stuff, great times. So here we go. Sealing everything in. This is how I do it. Got my airbrush. Badger Patriot 105. I like it. I just need to get a new needle, but I don't. So it's all sealed in. Now we are putting a little bit of dirt on it. My homemade little concoction. It's a little bit of brown, a little bit of black, and a lot of enamel thinner. Not a lot. You don't need it. Just go over everything. You see it's very, very light. Just enough to look dirty, which is the goal. Make it look dirty. And because it's got the sealer in there, that's acrylic, it's not going to hurt anything. Yes, I use acrylic. Best thing for it, it is the Pledge Future is what I spray all over it. Called Revive It now, in case you haven't seen it. It goes through many incarnations. You just have to keep track on the internet of how many different incarnations it has. So you see me, I'm going over the panel lines a little bit different. I don't ever do any pre-shading just because I don't believe in it. Maybe I'll do some on other videos just to do it, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I get a little bit iffy on that. So just going with that. As you can see, almost done. Sealing it in one more time, a light little coat. And just give it a couple extras. That way, in case you want to wash your model, you can do it. Because we all know they get dusty from time to time, and you got to clean them off. Almost done. There it is. Let's put on the front windshield. I got my glue. This is the right way. I finally learned to do it. You see how it kind of sucks itself in there, and it will hold. Just be careful. Don't work too fast. I work fast, and it tends to flop around on me. You didn't see it. It fell off once before. You're seeing the after part of that where it's still on. Then you got this. That goes in the rear. Glue that down. And, of course, you put the other thing right on top of that after you got this settled in. Just like so. There we go. And we have to put on a little piece of glass. Got our mirror. Got my toothpick. Painted. Cut it off carefully. Put it right on top there. It's a little bit of super glue that I have. Be careful so it doesn't frost anything over. You don't want to do that. Then you've got this little landing light. You want to put that on. Goes right there. Make sure you don't have to touch anything up. This is what's good about the white glue. It dries clear so you don't see it. And the last but not least, putting on a little bit of wire. You see how I did that there? We're going to cut that off. This is just regular string. This is how I did it. Most people use easy line. I had what I had on hand because I'm impatient. And that's it. So, thanks for watching. I know you liked watching this model. And until next time, as always, see ya.